I lead a very active and productive lifestyle. I'm very fortunate to be able to spend my winters here in sunny California desert. I woke up one morning and my urine was dark brown. I had no pain, I didn't feel anything out of order, but I was very concerned. There's a series of 4 or 5 different workups they do, and everyone that came back was negative. And the urologist said, can't find anything, don't worry about it. He wrote something down on a piece of paper and he said, next time you have an episode of dark urine, which is typically first thing in the morning, he said, the clinic here at the hospital is 724. Come in, give the resident this piece of paper. Well, a few weeks later, I had an episode of dark urine. I went to the hospital as he instructed. I gave the piece of paper to the resident. The resident took a simple urine, fill up the little jar, put it into a test tube, and put the test tube into the centrifugal machine, spun the urine. And she looked at the results and she said, this is not blood in your urine, this is hemoglobin. She did a normal CBC, complete blood count, said, take this and go to your hematologist. My hemoglobin at that point was still above 100, so it didn't ring any bells. But my LDH, the amount of hemolysis, was through the roof. My bilirubin was high. And the hematologist, even though he had only seen one patient prior to me with PNH, did some tests and came back and he said, you have PNH. Hey. Other than periodic episodes of dark urine, I was basically very fortunate to be symptom-free. I was able to function pretty much and keep my active lifestyle that I had at that time. As the years ticked away, the hemoglobin started to drop, and I started to need transfusions when it hit 60 or 70. I was reluctant to be on treatment because of the schedule, and I kept putting it off. I kept trying to fool myself that I didn't need treatment. One day I was going up the stairs in the house, and when I got to the top of the stairs, I had to sit down to catch my breath. And I said, wow, this is, I think, a case of when, not if. Every treatment will not perform optimally for every patient. We're all different. If the treatment is not providing the efficacy that you and your doctors feel that it should be providing, fortunately today there are options. The only issue that I personally felt was the periodic need for transfusions every 6 to 8 weeks. When you have the requirement or you get multiple transfusions, over time you can build up iron overload. Having the requirement of transfusions has its repercussions. So you may have to change the treatment, your PNH treatment that you're on, that will address the requirement for blood transfusions. So patients really have to advocate for themselves. There's a lot of information out there. There are websites out there educating patients. There are also mentoring programs and patient support groups available, which offer resources that patients may find useful. Think positive, look ahead, not behind. You have what you have, you're stuck with it. But you can make the best of it and have a great life.